Hello cyclists! Today a very interesting, super simple, super chic budget bike. It's the e-city bike from Yose Power. Well, what to expect when you buy a bicycle, an e-bike,
for 995 euros.
Well, I was quite surprised when I made my first test ride because it felt absolutely okay. It felt really comfortable actually, and nothing was rattling. The frame geometry was very comfortable, a bit sportive, so a bit more leaning forward, but still very upright. And everything felt still okay, so I was a bit suspicious, to be honest, in the beginning. But when I did my first tours and ride, it felt really okay. So this bicycle is maybe not of the highest, of the best quality, but if you're maybe cycling sometimes when the weather is nice and you want a companion like for the city and maybe do a tour, the Yose Power e-city bike could be an option. Because like most parts and accessories are names I've never heard of, like the motor and the battery and the shifters. The motor is located in the rear hub, and I don't know how many Newton meters of torque it has, but it's quite powerful. But it has no torque sensor, so the moment you touch the pedal, you get all the support the motor can offer. And every now and then it took like 2 or 3 seconds until the motor really kicked in. So that's something what I don't really like. Maybe it's something they're working on, but for now you have to keep in mind, no torque sensor. That means the moment you push the pedal, you get all the support, and not like a torque sensor or a regular bike. The harder you push the pedal, the more support you get. So it's not maybe very natural riding experience.
And now they just introduced a model with hydraulic disc brakes and a torque sensor, and this one costs 1,100 euros.
What is quite interesting is that you do have an external battery, so you can take it out and have the whole flexibility to charge it. And it's quite big actually. The battery has 460 watt hours and it takes quite long to charge. It takes up to 6 hours to fully charge it. You do have 5 different levels of pedal assistance, and even if you choose none, this bike is still absolutely okay to cycle because it weighs 22.3 kilograms, so almost 23 kilograms, which is quite heavy. But overall, like due to the gearing system and I think the frame geometry, it felt very comfortable and natural even to cycle without the motor. But when I was cycling with the motor, I most of the time did choose level 2 and 3. And keep in mind, I say it again, you get all the power of the motor the moment you hit the pedal. You do have a little display here on the handlebars that shows you all the information you need. So how fast you are, how the battery is charged, and what mode of level assist you're in. Yose Power did choose hydraulic disc brakes that work really well. They are from Tektro, so there is a brand again that we know. And I felt all the time, even when it was raining like it was today, I felt super comfortable and safe. As you can see, it has a rear carrier which is like super stable and very robust, as well as the fenders in the front and in the back, so you're equipped even when it's raining. Which also makes the whole riding experience quite comfortable is because there is a suspension fork in the front that you can switch on and off, and you can even decide how much suspension you want. The bicycle is made of aluminium, so the whole bike is very stiff because an aluminium frame is stiff. Therefore, the big tires in combination with a suspension fork in the front make it very comfortable. Also quite comfortable, the ergo grips in the front on the handlebars that give your wrists a bit more space. Like the matching colors, what I really like is the grips and the saddle also is quite comfortable. It's pretty slim because you're not completely sitting upright, but I thought even on a longer tour it was quite okay. You do have only one frame size and only one color you can choose from. It's this white, but I think the combination between black and white and also with those brownish artificial leather accessories, the bicycle looks really quite nice and okay. So design-wise, I would say definitely a thumbs up for 750 euros. What you have to keep in mind if you do wet trousers, so the chain is not protected, so take care of the grease. You don't want dirty trousers. One down point that I really don't like is you do have a light in the front and that's connected to the battery, but you do have an external battery light in the rear. So every time you have to think of to switch it on and you have to change the batteries once they are empty. What is quite nice when you do cycle, it's sort of platform pedals that Yose Power offers. So you do have quite some grip that I really like, because most of the time, especially here in Hamburg, it's not like super sunny and dry, but it's rainy, and then the shoes, especially when you wear sneakers, they can be pretty slippery on the pedals. But this pedals definitely give you some grip. The e-city bike from Yose Power is only available online. So check out the website and maybe you can test it and then you can return it within 2 weeks. And when you order the bike online, there comes a big box and it takes, I would say, between 20 and 30 minutes to assemble this bicycle, which is quite okay, but I would always recommend ask a friend to help you. Always makes life easier. So if you ask me, overall, this bicycle is quite nice and can be a cool companion if you cycle every now and then, especially in the city. Even if you want to do a tour on the weekend, this bicycle can be a really nice option. And I mean, especially for the price, 750 euros, that's really quite something.